What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I want to talk about the heavyweight division, namely Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Now, Tyson Fury was signed on to have a rematch with Derek Chisora and set the record straight, prove it wasn't a fluke that he won. And right before the fight, in sparring, allegedly Derek Chisora got injured, got hurt, and pulled out of the fight. Now, I feel really bad for Tyson Fury for the simple fact, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a similar situation, but to prepare for anything, let alone a fight, and then not have it go your way is rather upsetting. You know what I mean? Just imagine if you were going to a job interview or you were studying for a test and you mentally prepared, you studied up, you read books, you know what I mean, you came prepared with a resume, and the job called you a week before you were supposed to interview or a couple of days and said, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we don't need you to come in. It's canceled. You would be fucking pissed, especially if you felt you were ready and you were, you know what I mean, you're ready to ace it and do good, and you've been practicing your job interview skills in the mirror and stuff like that. Now, you look at a fighter, their life is that not just mental, it's also physical. Tyson Fury has to physically transform his body, shed pounds, and prepare himself. So boxing is both. It's also physical in addition to the mental. And I told you guys, I have a video. It was like Ego training camps. I gave you some updates that I heard, pictures that I seen, and just different things like that of particular training camps. One being Tyson Fury. And then I also had Gennady Golovkin on there, I believe, and Laura. And Tyson Fury looked like he was in tremendous shape, way better shape than he was for his previous fight, his fight right before this. So again, I feel extremely bad that he's ready to go and ready to fight, and due to no fault of his own, he doesn't get his fight. And now they're going to probably put in a scrub last minute replacement because they don't want to disappoint the fans that paid for tickets and stuff. So he's going to fight a lesser opponent. And that's just bad. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Ishe Smith was supposed to fight Edeslani Laura. Maybe people were excited. I mean, I wasn't too excited about that personally. And I understand it from Laura's aspect because Laura wanted the bigger payday and the bigger fight that was going to take him to the next level with Canelo. So he pulled out. But, you know what I mean? What if a fan rather see Ishe Smith and Edeslani Laura? You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Ishe Smith in that situation. In this situation, unfortunate for Tyson Fury. So I feel bad. And this is not the first time he's had to deal with it. He also had to deal with it in David Haye. I even made the ego matchup on David Haye Fury. I told you it was one of my top fights that I wanted to see. I thought it would bring excitement back to the heavyweight division, and I was looking forward to it. And then David Haye pulls out of that and retires, and they say he may unretire, but who knows? So I feel bad. Same thing with Bryant Jennings. He went through this recently, but luckily his fight got rescheduled and is coming up right now on the Gennady Golovkin Daniel Gill card. But he was supposed to fight Mike Perez, and then Perez got injured. So it's just very unfortunate. I know it comes with the territory. I know it comes with boxing. But shout out to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury alike for, again, trying to bring excitement back to the heavyweight division. I mean, people could say, oh, Deontay Wilder, he never fought nobody. But if he's calling people out and no one's taking him up on his offer, and he's even going through the lengths of making call-out videos, and Bermain Stavern also is getting injured, then what is he to do? You know what I mean? He has to fight what's available to him. We have Cold Wars. We have different politics in boxing, if you will. So if I see the person fighting tomato cans and they're content doing that, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like Gary Russell Jr., it was clear he was better than D and C competition. So people were craving better competition from Gary Russell, and he kept fighting for, I'm not saying it's his fault solely, because I don't think he has like Mayweather Pacquiao control over his career maybe, but you got to get in some better fights. You got to talk to your management like, hey, you guys are taking me down the wrong path. Fans are starting to get mad. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do, because at the end of the day, a lot of people use this excuse, oh, the fighter doesn't pick his fights. I get that. You know what I mean? Not everyone has, like I said, the Mayweather Pacquiao choice in the matter, but they have to have some level of fucking control over their career. Like Danny Garcia fighting Rod Salka. You know what I mean? You can't talk to your team. You can't talk to Al Heyman and be like, hey, I just came off a high from the Lucas Matisse fight. and everything, the Mir Khans and Zab Judah, and I fought Mauricio Herrera in a tough game fight. I'm not trying to backtrack on my career. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to use this as a scapegoat. Oh, it's up to my promoter. Oh, Al Heyman, whatever they decide. Like, I get that, but you have to be able to have some level of input. Because if that's the case, then they could just put Deontay Wilder in there with fucking Steve Urkel, and he has to just be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as Deontay Wilder, if I see the fighters vehemently making a push to call out people in his division, then there's only so much they could do. I think Keith Thurman is also in a similar boat in terms of he's called out tons of people from Mayweather to Pacquiao to Robert Guerrero. He wanted to fight Maidana, and he's just not getting it for whatever reason. So I'm not comparing Deontay Wilder to Keith Thurman. They're two different fighters, but Deontay Wilder is making a push. He did a press conference. He got in the ring, and he was on the mic with Tyson Fury. He called out other people. He says he's the best in his division or whatever. He did the call out video. Shout out to my man James Edwards. Make sure you check out the interview I did with him. And he's making a push. So again, if nobody's stepping up to the plate, what do you want him to do? As far as Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, I made this graphic because I think it's an awesome fight. I would even call the card When Giants Collide. I think that's a good name. Both those motherfuckers are huge, 6'7" and 6'9", I believe, for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got his weight under control. He looked much better shape. And it just sucks that both of them had been linked to opponents and we're not getting those fights as fans, or at least in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? So what better way to fight or set up a fight than to have that happen and then them fight each other? And I feel like in the heavyweight division, it's getting more intense. It's getting more competitive, which is good. And I want to start getting to the point where we can go down the list and see who's who. Like, who is Tyson Fury got knocked down by a cruiserweight and Steve Cunningham. Is that a fluke? Was he just clowning around? Or can he really take a shot? Same thing with Deontay Wilder. What type of chin does he have? Because there's a video from his amateur days where he's getting knocked out by somebody we don't know about. So I hope we get a good fight. You know what I mean? Even a Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz or something. Just something that's competitive. Brian Jennings, Mike Perez are fighting coming up. Maybe one of those guys can fight. And we could start narrowing down the heavyweight division and see the who's who of the heavyweight division. So hopefully they can somehow, some way, maybe postpone this card, make a Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury type of fight. It would be big in the UK. It would be big in the States. Both guys have power. Deontay Wilder has a 100% knockout ratio. And both guys can talk up and sell the fight. So that's just my thoughts. Yesterday, the Bronze Bomber himself, he spent some time on my Instagram. And he was talking to some fans, just giving his speech. So I'll put that at the end of this video as well. And like I said, make the best fights available. Stop using that, oh, my promoter, whatever they decide type shit. You know what I mean? That only goes so far with me because I know for a fact you have to have some input. You know what I mean? So they can't just put Danny Garcia in there with the female and be like, oh, that's what we decided for you. And then he just has to knock the bitch out. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like the video. Let me know what you guys think of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder if they're able to get that type of fight done. And that's really all I got to say. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego, signing off.